All right, let's just dive right into it. Welcome to this premium explainer for PM Molly's monitoring and controlling module. Now, if you are a serious project manager, a PMO leader, or really any business user managing complex work, this is going to be your definitive guide. Today, we're taking all that high-level project management theory and translating it into flawless, step-by-step software execution. We're going to show you exactly how to use PM Molly to fiercely protect your project baselines and ensure absolute fiduciary accountability from day one until closing.
So our walkthrough today is broken down into 4 distinct, highly structured modules: monitor and control, quality management, the issues log, and finally, change orders.
Okay, up first, Section 1, Mastering Monitor and Control. To really nail this, we rely heavily on Earned Value Management, or EVM. Look, EVM is literally the gold standard for performance measurement. It's this totally objective framework that measures exactly how your project is performing against your approved baseline. It answers 3 massive business questions. Are we on schedule? Are we on budget? And, realistically, where are we going to end up? In PM Molly, we use what we call control gates at regular intervals, maybe monthly or at major milestones. These gates capture unalterable snapshots of critical metrics like CPI, SPI, EAC, and TCPI. Having those snapshots lets you run some incredibly deep trend analysis once your plan is locked in and the actual data starts rolling in.
So let's look at your actual step-by-step workflow. It's actually super intuitive. First, you just navigate over to the controlling canvas and select a control gate. Next, you punch in your actuals. And hey, quick side note, it is absolutely vital that your % complete reflects reality here, not optimism, okay? After you enter your real costs and hours, you'll review the auto-generated metrics, record a formal management decision, and lock the gate.
When you are looking at the planned versus actual comparison table, you'll see your active 100% control gate highlighted right at the top. Below that, down in the Labor Resources section, this is where you input those actual hours and costs into the editable fields. As soon as you do, PM Molly instantly calculates all the dollar variances and flags them as favorable or unfavorable.
And this right here is where the AI really flexes its muscles. Your raw inputs instantly power these real-time, fully PMI-compliant threshold classifications. You get immediate, crystal-clear visibility into your cost performance index and your schedule performance index. Plus, the AI generates these beautiful executive-level S-curve performance dashboards, visually tracking your planned value directly against your earned value and actual costs.
But honestly, PM Molly takes it even further. Instead of forcing you to sit there and decipher the math or manually analyze all these metrics yourself, the system actually generates automated variance narratives. It explains your cost, schedule, and quality performance in clear, plain language. It even recommends corrective actions for you. For example, it'll specifically flag when your estimated completion exceeds your budget at completion and advise you to implement some efficiency improvements. It's like having a PMO director looking over your shoulder.
Now, to finalize a control gate, you move over to the Gate Decision panel. And this is a hard stop. You must record a formal management decision based on the data. You choose from options like Continue as Planned, Implement Corrective Actions, or Rebaseline Project. You have to write out a quick justification, and then you click Record Decision to lock it. Locking that gate mathematically preserves the snapshot forever. It ensures absolute audit integrity, which is huge.
So the real genius of this module is the strict division of labor. You provide the honest actuals, the % complete, the hard costs, the hours. Then PM Molly's completely uneditable mathematical engine does all the heavy lifting. It calculates the derived AVM metrics like PV, EV, AC, and those EAC forecasts. Because these output fields literally cannot be manually overwritten, it completely prevents anyone from retroactively manipulating the project's health data.
Okay, quick reality check before we move on to quality. A really common mistake here is inflating your % complete just to make things look good for stakeholders. Don't do it. It just masks real problems. Also, never leave a gate unlocked. As a pro tip, keep a very close eye on your early warning signals. A CPI under 1.0 means you're already bleeding budget. And pay special attention to your 2 Complete Performance Index, or TCPI. If that number creeps over 1.2, mathematically speaking, your current budget is basically unrecoverable.
All right, moving right along to Section 2, Quality Management.
Look, we all know preventing a defect is way cheaper than trying to fix it after the fact. Quality failures are arguably the most expensive project failures you will ever face. They cause massive rework,
they blow up your timelines, and they completely erode stakeholder trust. The Project Management Institute is super clear on this. Quality is planned, it's not just inspected into a product. So we use PMoly's quality management module to take your deliverable acceptance criteria and translate them directly into highly testable standards and strict governance rules.
Using this module is seriously efficient. You literally just click the PMoly Generate button to kick things off. The AI reads through your deliverables and builds out your baseline standards. From there, you just refine those standards, create some specific inspection checklists for your work packages, and finally, you conduct your inspections. This is where you actively track any defects, and most importantly, you track their root causes.
Again, it's a true partnership between your brain and the AI. You feed the system your core deliverable specifications and log the pass or fail results. PMoly instantly takes all that context and spits out customized inspection checklists, really robust governance rules, and quality metrics that are perfectly aligned with whatever your specific industry requirements happen to be.
A huge, and I mean huge mistake I see all the time is treating quality like it's just testing at the end of the line, or relying on some informal offline spreadsheet of bugs. Informal lists mean you can't analyze trends across the project. Instead, you've got to use PMoly to formally track root causes. Remember the cost of quality rule? Prevention costs are less than appraisal costs, which are infinitely less than failure costs. Plus, tracking root causes deliberately inside the software directly feeds the organizational lessons learned section in your final report.
All right, let's jump into Section 3, the Issues Log.
Naturally, as you track performance and quality, things are going to pop up. Problems happen, right? An issues log is your systematic tracker for problems that have actually occurred. And let's be super clear, do not confuse issues with risks. Risks are potential future events that might happen. Issues are happening right now, folks. A proper issues log ensures every single problem is visible, it's assigned an owner, and it's explicitly linked to its impact on the project. Because untracked issues, they inevitably mutate into project-killing surprises.
Inside the system, you can actually have PMoly do a quick scan of your risk profile, your schedule variance, and your gate data to identify potential issues for you. Once an issue is identified, your job is to log its impact. You need to specifically flag if it's hitting the scope, the budget, or the critical path. Then, you assign a clear owner, a target resolution date, and link it backward to any risks that just materialized or forward to a formal change order. When you check out the Issues Register, you'll notice how incredibly structured it is. You can clearly see all your open issues mapped out with their priority badges. Also, notice the AI-suggested impact tags, like seeing a little budget tag pop up under a negative cost variance issue or a schedule tag under some pending deliverables. It gives you these complete at-a-glance status indicators and targeted workflows, all backed by a completely unalterable audit trail. The absolute biggest rookie mistake here? Keeping unowned issues open way too long without defining clear escalation triggers. Literally, every issue needs a human owner. Pro tip for you, if an issue even touches your critical path, escalate it instantly because it is actively threatening your project's end date. And always remember, if an issue requires a modification to your baseline, like you need extra money or extra time to fix it, it must be immediately linked to our final topic, formal change orders. And that leads us perfectly into Section 4, Change Orders and Integrated Control. Listen, without formal change control, your project baselines are basically meaningless. A change order in PMoly isn't just a suggestion box. It provides a rigorous, formal mechanism to evaluate any proposed modification. It forces a multi-dimensional impact analysis across the board, and it requires a strict 3-stage digital signature workflow. It moves from requested to approved and finally to officially authorized. Here is where the AI is an absolute game changer. You just input the core change description, the reason for the change, and its priority. PMoly then takes over and generates a massively comprehensive downstream analysis. It literally quantifies exactly how this one single change cascades into your WBS packages, your schedule milestones, your resources, your risks, and your overall cash flow. It completely eliminates blind spots. Implementing changes without that formal 3-stage digital signature approval. It's total baseline destruction. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Are you merely tracking your project's history after the fact, or are you going to utilize PMoly's multidimensional AI to actively control your baselines, anticipate those downstream impacts, and guarantee fiduciary success? Dive into the software, leverage these tools, and go take true control of your projects.